What up, Dokkaners? Major spoiler warning ahead. This video is going to be discussing the events in the Dragon Ball Super manga. I know a lot of viewers are anime only. I myself used to be anime only before Truth and Goresh bullied me into reading the manga because they kept spoiling stuff in front of me. So I have now read, I already had, but I am fully manga free in this video. This is your last chance to get out if you don't want to be spoiled. Don't check the comments. Don't go further. Don't hover your mouse over the timeline because you will see stuff. I'm going to be using an overlay that I have never been able to use before because it is a manga spoiler. I have never been able to use it. It was the stupidest commission I ever asked for. Why I would ask for it, knowing full well I could never use it, is beyond me. Maybe because I thought at the time Dragon Ball would eventually come back, but it didn't. It still hasn't. So anyway, spoiler warning ahead. You have been warned. I've done my part. Okay. We are going to be talking about quest mode. Because in quest mode, there is a certain story thread that is unfolding in the newest chapter that is very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on scenario and we're going to run through this again. And we're going to check out what's going on here. And I'm going to read it out loud. So let's slow down. All right. Now that we know where Boo is, it's only a matter of time before we fight him. We get to fight him. By the way, I don't know anything about the story. I don't care about the story at all. I was told to look through this.
Let's keep this guy's energy up and take down the Majin and the wizard.
Fighting Boo is one thing.
I don't care about doing this. How are we going to rescue Grand Supreme Kai? So we have to save the absorbed Grand Supreme Kai and defeat Boo at the same time. I don't think this is the one. Bro, I don't care. Oh, wait, what? Oh, here we go. Actually, there might be something I can do about that. Hold on. Captain Ginyu from the Ginyu Force? You're still alive? Seems like you've developed compassion for your enemies, Namekian, or rather, Piccolo. You didn't finish me off after all. Is he telling the truth, Piccolo? Really, Piccolo? That aside, why did you decide to show your face? Here to get revenge for Frieza? Ha, you wish. What good would that do now? So then why are you here? And you said there's something you can do. What do you mean by that? I don't know why, but your ally has been absorbed and fused into your enemy. Is that right? Yeah, he's been absorbed by this Majin Buu guy. I don't think he's dead though. Buu seems to be showing signs of his abilities and appearance. Man, what the hell is the story about? I have no idea. I see. And there is a way that we can save this absorbed ally of yours if he's alive. What? What's your plan here? There's a technique I know. It can undo powers gained from others like fusion and absorption, restoring them to normal. Whoa. That's not what I asked about. I'm asking, why are you here helping us? Are you plotting something? If you're here to interfere, then I'll make it right for not finishing you off. And this time, I'll be sure to finish what's left undone. I wish you could scroll up and look. Did you not hear me? I'm not here for revenge, nor am I here to fight. But as far as my plan goes, I suppose I'd like you to return my body to the way it was in return. Ah? What's that supposed to mean? I have a technique known as body change. I've grown stronger by using it on countless powerful opponents. Yo! Yeah, you even tried to switch bodies with Goku. Then I realized the power I had was never truly mine. I want to return to my own body and gain real strength. That thought is never clear in my mind. While carrying out orders for Lord Frieza, I kept searching for ways to regain my own body. One day I finally found it, the technique to undo powers gained from others and restore one's original body. You're capable of doing that? The problem is that I can't use it on myself. I need to teach this technique to someone else so they can use it on me. I see, it's a complicated process, but it's worth a shot. What's more, returning to my original body means leaving Frieza's army. Dude, this is crazy. I'd be betraying Lord Frieza, so even if I could use the technique, there was nothing I could have done. But now that Frieza's dead, you can finally have a chance to return to your body. That's right. And I've even found the perfect student for this technique. You. Me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chiaotzu. During that battle earlier, you've displayed exceptional telekinetic abilities. It was incredible. Surely you can learn my technique if you can control spirits well. Huh? I guess you're right. Chiaotzu does have what it takes to master such a bizarre technique. Tien, if you're up for it, I'll train you until you're able to use the technique. Once you've learned it, I want you to use it on me and return me to my original body. I don't mind waiting until you're done with your own fight for it to happen. What do you think, Chiaotzu? Okay, I'll do it. We need to see... We need it if we want to save Grand Supreme Kai. And I want to be stronger too, you know? All right, then let's start training right away. Sure thing. What the heck? What? So this screenshot has been making the rounds, and this is where the manga comes into play. But just before we even talk about that, the crazy implications behind this is something that I can't believe I never thought about. It never quite dawned on me that since this guy is capable of body swapping, was Ginyu originally his primary form, right? I mean, theoretically, he's been body swapping for years, so you don't actually know what his original body is. That would be a really cool thing for them to explore in the manga. And apparently, I think this is the first time that this sort of implication is being brought up in any medium of Dragon Ball. In any form of Dragon Ball media, nothing has touched on this subject. So this is very fascinating. And what's making the rounds is the fact that this technique that they're talking about has to do with something that can undo powers gained from others, like fusion, absorption, and all that stuff. This is where the manga comes into play. Enter Vegeta's cool technique that he picked up from Yardrat. So when I was reading the manga, I read this on Twitch with you guys. It was a whole lot of fun. This was not something that I could have replicated on like a video because I would have gotten claimed and stuff. So if you were there, it was a fun ride. I enjoyed the manga a lot. I loved a lot of the different things that they did. The difference between God form and blue form. God form was more speed oriented. Blue had a lot of imperfections, but it was more powerful, but it wasn't as fast. Like the things they did, I think were really cool. Apparently a lot of people hated the manga. I loved it. And then this, I mean, as a Vegeta fanboy, I was very happy to see that Vegeta went to Yardrat and he actually picked up something new that Goku didn't have. Forced Spirit Fission. Vegeta uses this technique to strip Moro of all of the energy that the latter had absorbed and returned it to its original source. When asked about the ability by Piccolo, Vegeta notes that he could undo Piccolo's 2 previous Namekian fusions. That's crazy considering those were originally known as one-way transactions, right? Assimilation, Namekians becoming one. So the fact that something like that could be undone was a pretty insane implication already. So now the fact that they're bringing this concept into the story, again, I don't know anything about the story. I don't know much about like all the hardcore Dragon Ball knowledge outside of, you know, what we know in Dokkan. So you guys can feel free to chime in and, you know, add any more context if you want. But this implication is pretty crazy. We don't do manga stuff in Dokkan. Maybe there are some manga subjects or concepts that they might have touched on in various parts of the story. I mean, we've seen little nods to the manga in terms of like, I think the AGL Zamasu animations, but it's really not much more than that. I think also a blue Goku attack has something to do with the manga. There's not much more manga connection than that. But the fact that this is being discussed in this storyline does potentially mean that we could be seeing some version of that. Forced Spirit Fission. And it's interesting that they're asking Chiaotzu, who is more telekinetic based, to be the one to do it. So it might be a different version of this because it's not like Vegeta's a telepath. He's not some sort of like, you know, telekinetically inclined individual. He trained on Yardrat. And so I pulled up, thanks to a few people on Twitter and in the Discord, I was able to get some of these images here. I forgot the connection between the Ginyu Force and Yardrat, but apparently there's a connection. Ginyu and his men were in the middle of conquering it. It had been programmed to go there automatically. Then those odd clothes are from Yardrat. The Ginyu squad caused quite a stir on our planet before Goku defeated them. I remember hearing they'd attacked this place. So we're eternally grateful that you and Goku are taking care of that problem. You're welcome. So there was already some sort of a connection here. So with that, so because of Ginyu forced Spirit Fission, there's got to be something there. Some people are saying that there could be some sort of like new Ginyu unit that could be dropping. Whatever Ginyu unit were to drop in the future, there's no way it's going to be a manga based thing. There's no way. They could maybe do some like original what if stuff, but there's no way they're going to show Moro. There's no way they're going to show any character from the manga that has not been turned into an anime or anything like that. So that part is not going to happen, but it is very interesting that they're even coming close to this sort of thing. I loved this. First of all, the Moro arc, I think, is the best of all of the arcs that I've read. Granola was pretty cool because that was where Ultra Ego, that's my new favorite form. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because it's a spoiler. Do you guys understand how many times when you guys ask me on live streams, Toon, what's your favorite form? Do you know how much it kills me to not be able to tell you it's Ultra Ego? Do you understand how much it hurts? Because there are anime only people out there and I'm trying to do my best to respect it. But this was really, really cool to see. This move of yours, it's
Forced spirit fission.
really cool. Let's see, this is the other one. All that spirit you stole for yourself, those souls, that life energy, I've simply liberated it. Like which ones? Let me think. For one, New Namek. All of the, oh yeah, because Moro did, yeah, decimate New Namek, yeah. So they all come back. It's so cool, right? So what are they gonna do with this? Now I'm actually interested in the story. If you guys want to learn more about the story leading up until this point, I will recommend, I'll link JPhanta's series in the description because I believe he's done a whole series. I don't know if he's covered everything yet, but he's definitely started the project going through the entire story of Dokkan Quest Mode. So I'm going to link that down below and you guys can check it out. But I got to say, from here on out, I'm definitely going to be reading the story and I will be making more videos whenever we get new chapters. We're going to read through it. And yeah, just a little food for thought. There could be something along the lines of a new Ginyu unit coming maybe soon, later. I don't even know what the correlation is between like a story-based thing involving a certain character and their eventual Dokkan Fest release. You guys can let me know. Was there, you know, before, I don't know, Dokkan Festival Baby Vegeta, was there some sort of storyline implication leading up to it that was potentially implying like, oh, you know what, there's going to be a new baby unit? Is that a thing? Do they do that sort of thing? Let's go ahead and let me finish this fight and then let's read the second part of this. All right, so we killed him. The technique to revert bodies requires a solid amount of spirit and focus. Really? Really? Really, dude? Forced spirit fission. Come on. Come on. So we'll start by training the foundations. All right. This will be an amazing weapon in our arsenal if Chiaotzu can master this technique. And once he does, it'll be on us to defeat Majin Buu. It'd be great to get as strong as possible before then. We can't let Chiaotzu outdo us. I think we should train as well too. Oh my god, that actually freaked me out. Why is my name in there? I forgot. I forgot my name is actually in there. Okay, let's do the next chapter real quick. All right, here's the next chapter. You're truly a natural. It seems that you truly are the fighter that I thought you were. I've always been seeking new telekinetic techniques. I never thought I'd learn one like this. Well, you never had the opportunity since no one around you could use telekinesis. Perhaps you had the ability within you all along. Oh, you might be right. Now then, time to continue training. All right, let's do this. All right, let me go ahead and beat up on some... Oh, he's fighting Ginyu. Well, that makes sense now. So this is all Chiaotzu fighting Purple Man. I see. I see. Since when was quest mode interesting, y'all? Since when? How many of you guys have actually been following the story? Since day one. Be honest. Because I'll be honest, never cared. I've never cared. It involves reading. Me no like no reading. And why should I? I don't want to waste time. I got a link level. Although I don't have to link level anymore, so I guess I could. Maybe I'll go through the story mode. Maybe I'll like read it all. I don't know. Okay, so we beat up on him. Let's see what he says. Okay, that's enough training. Let's see if you can use this technique now. But of course, I can't let myself be your test subject. So, hey, you guys, get out here. I know you're there. Show yourselves. Huh? Oh, abogado. Okay. Hello there. It's sure been a while, Captain Ginyu. Oh, so are we gonna split them in half or undo their fusion? Oh yeah, you know what? The final boss of stage 3 is the purple avocado.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. Hello there. Been a while, Captain Ginyu. You two have been following me this whole time, haven't you? What exactly you two think you're doing here? After the battle at Muscle Tower, we returned to the base and saw you fighting. That's when they got both Lord Frieza and Lord Cooler. And so you've been hiding and assessing the situation ever since. That's right. With the army gone, we didn't know what to do. But then Captain Ginyu suddenly got back up. So we decided to sneak up and follow. You two confused, right? So go ahead, fuse for me. Understood. Fusion. They become a lawyer, a really good lawyer. Okay, abogado. Aka has a right. What? The hell is Aka? Okay, sounds like some global mistranslation. Okay, Chiaotzu, it's time to fight and test the technique you've learned. If you can undo Akka's fusion, that means you've mastered it.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, so I'm gonna go manual and skip this. If you go auto, it'll automatically go left. So let's just go ahead and bypass all that. Let's go ahead and fight this fool. Wait, Akka means red, right? In Japanese? Akka, this, what? Yeah, that's definitely not right. Purple is Murasaki. You know why I know this? Jujutsu Kaisen. I learned so much from anime. All right, Abogado is dead. No more lawyer. Okay. We undid the fusion, right? Ha! Wait, we're back to normal? I did it. It really worked. Incredible. It really worked, Chiaotzu. All right. You're incredible, Chiaotzu. Great job, Chiaotzu. And now we're ready to take on Majin Buu in combat. Yep. Thank you, Mr. Ginyu. I wish we had time for me to teach you a special pose, though. Oh. Anyway, we're beating Majin Buu this time around. Yeah, let's get him. I wish you the best. Farewell and good luck. Oh, they're good guys. Okay. So the time has come at last. Our showdown against Majin Buu. All right, let's get going, Toonrami. God, stop saying my name. It's so weird. All right, so that means the next chapter is going to be fun because I don't know the full context. I don't know the full story, but Ginyu seems pretty sus here. I don't know if he's up to something. The way that he's kind of, you know, slowly mentoring Chiaotzu, I feel like he's up to something, but I don't know if this game is capable of doing advanced plots like that. I don't know. So that was actually interesting. And now I am genuinely intrigued. So the question is, what are they going to do in terms of the follow-up? And more importantly, what is this going to mean for the future of Dokkan in terms of integrating manga style concepts? Forced spirit fission is a manga only thing. They haven't done it they haven't adapted it into the anime. So if they're going to jump straight into the game and do it, what does that mean? Is that considered a what if? Is it a manga thing? Is this going to translate into a unit? Is there going to be a Dokkan Festival Ginyu that releases that does something weird like that? I mean, we are in a place now where Dokkan does take some liberties and do some interesting what if scenarios in terms of animations. But will they go as far as making a spirit fission Ginyu where he turns into something else? I mean, I don't know how complex it's going to get, but it's interesting. So I'm glad you guys pointed this out. Some of you guys said this in like the previous videos. Couldn't talk about it at the time because I was doing World Tournament, but yeah. Your boy is now hooked on quest mode. That is so weird to say. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on this manga revelation. What are your thoughts on where they're going to be going with this? Have they done things like this in the past in the story? I have no clue, so I'm genuinely asking because I've never read the story before. What do you think they could potentially do with this in terms of a Dokkan Festival, in terms of a summonable Ginyu? Is there any lore out there in terms of what Ginyu's original form is? I don't know anything about any of this stuff. I read the manga once, that's it. So y'all gotta fill me in. Let me know in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again, stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.